In today's Monday video special, I want to talk about my favourite knitting related thing from this month, the month of February 2023. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Holly-Beth and this is my Cosy Corner. Here we do a bunch of handcraft related things relating to my journey of podcasting, my entire journey from project 1 up until right now. And today I want to talk about what my favourite thing was from the past month of February and why. As always, if this is the first video of mine that you've stumbled across and maybe you would rather watch something a little bit more current with my up-to-date progress, I will leave the link to my full playlist down in the description in the pinned comment, and I think it's up here. I think we're learning this, and up in the corner as well if you would like to watch that instead. However, if you'd like to spend a small amount of time with me to talk about this, then I would love to have you here. Let's get started. So this probably won't be surprising to some of you, I think. My favourite thing from this month is this. Oh wow, it's like proper reflective. This is my whole little set of baby gift knits that's going to some friends of mine that are expecting a little baba within the next few, honestly I think it's within the next few weeks, but I'll say the next month just to, because you know they babies like to decide when they want to come by themselves sometimes. So it is entirely a gift from myself to them. They are the most wonderful people and are definitely going to be the most brilliant parents to the little man. Although these are 3 separate patterns, knitting patterns, all free as well, these 3 knits projects together took me just over 2 months to complete. So let's just get into it. Let's talk about the yarn and the patterns first. As always, there will be chapters throughout the whole video. If there's something that you would rather watch, then you can skip to it. And I think we'll start with the yarn since they're all made of the same yarn. So the yarn is the DK Teddy Vanguard, which is a 100% acrylic. What I like about it is that it's machine washable, so it would be easier for the friends receiving these gifts for them to care for these items. Originally I had 3 skeins of this, which are 285 meters approximately per 100 grams each. Overall, for the whole 3 projects, I ended up using about 2.5-ish, which I'm really happy about. The colorway of this yarn is B-133, but I have found that it's actually quite difficult, personally, from researching it, to find further information about this yarn and where you can get it from, etc. But anyway, it was really nice to work with. The color is really nice. I mean, just look at that color. It's a beautiful color. And yeah, I really enjoyed working with it, so much so that I ended up getting more. Not of this, it's just that it ended up turning up in a secondhand store near me. The exact same type, but not the same color. I must have enjoyed working with it so much to have got more. Right, let's move on to the patterns, because there is 3 of them. As I said before, these are 3 separate patterns, not a set, and come from 3 different authors, pattern writers. I'm not actually sure what the actual right way to say that is in that sense. Either way, we'll go through them individually quickly now. The first pattern we will discuss is the baby blanket, and anyone that has been here for the last few months at least will have heard me talk about this a good few times now. So this pattern is the block stitch baby blanket or throw, and it is by Church Mouse Yarns and Tees. It is a free pattern that you can get on their website, and it consists of 2 different size options, the baby blanket and the throw size. However, because it is a blanket, you can adapt this very easily. It even says in the pattern if you want to make it longer, you can, but they give you the measurements / the amount of rows to do for their specific measurements. But it's a blanket, you can adapt it. It's super easy to be the length, width that you like, and it specifies that in the pattern as well. And although it also recommends a worsted weight yarn, you can of course adapt this whilst changing your needle size, etc. And I said this in my last podcast, I am so chuffed with how this came out. It is so easy, it's just brilliant. So the pattern I used for the baby hat, I think it was actually called the baby hat with top knot, and then dash Tegan. So I don't know if it's called the Tegan hat. I'm unsure. The pattern is by Julie Taylor. This is a free pattern available on Ravelry and goes from a premature 4 to 6 pound baby size up to a 1 to 2 years size, which I think is quite nice. It is a stockinette patterned hat with a garter stitch border trim and a little tied knot on the top, and it recommends a DK weight yarn. I mentioned in my previous podcast as well that this pattern is fantastically written, in that the instructions were really easy to understand, and also she gives instructions for both knitting it flat and knitting it in the round, which I think is very, I just think that little extra is so fantastic to suit whatever knitting style you prefer. And yeah, I knit the 0 to 3 months size, and I'm really chuffed with how it came out. I think next time I would maybe try do a ribbon border, but honestly I think it's cute. And then the last pattern of the 3 patterns is the Easy Garter Stitch Baby Mittens by Mariana Mel. Just like the others I've already mentioned, this pattern is also free, and the link on the Ravelry will take you to a website which the pattern is on. So the pattern is the website page, not a PDF download or anything like that. These are exactly as they are described in the title. Super easy garter stitch mittens with the ribbed cuffs, which in the pattern are knit flat and then seamed up at the end. The sizes go from premature to a 6 to 12 month size baby, and all of these patterns, all 3, not one more than the other, all 3 would be fantastic patterns for a beginner, like a brand new beginner, because of the techniques you learn, and also the techniques aren't difficult, they are just very nice, and the fact that you can end up with a full set I just think is really nice and really rewarding for a beginner knitter, especially since as well these are so small. I got these done in an evening, like within a few hours, and this was done within a space of a day. And I'm not really a fast knitter at all, but it's really nice to get that very quick gratitude as a beginner. So I would very much recommend all of these patterns fantastically for brand new beginners, or if you just want something a little bit more simple for you to knit in as well. So why is this, or these, my favourite thing of February? Well, as always, as I will always say, they can just be without even a reason. But, well, the time taken to knit them all, as I mentioned earlier, was just over 2 months. And I'm genuinely so proud of them all. I'm also really happy not just to have got almost all of that yarn out of stash. This is what I have left, and which is quite a lot actually. I still need to recake. Excuse the mess. So that's really nice, and I'm really happy about that. But also that it was all used on a really positive bunch of projects that bring a lot of joy, not just to me to knit, but also hopefully to those friends receiving them. Which leads me on to my next why, and that's literally because they are a gift. They are going to just wonderful people that I wish I could do so much more for. I'm so excited for them to have this little man and have the opportunity to watch him grow up, and somewhat knowing that I can suppose contribute in the smallest part of making some little gifts, some little things that baby can use and wear. That just makes me so happy. But yes, hopefully soon there will be a little man that might just end up wearing these things. The feeling that I've got from making these has just made me so grateful to have them in my life, but also I really like the feeling that I have got whilst making these. The fact that they are a gift, and the fact that they are for these wonderful people that have supported me for so many years. I'm so proud of them, and I'm so grateful to know them. It fills me with so much happiness. It really does. It was really difficult to get words out for all of this today, because it was just, there's so much I want to say, but I know that if I don't stick to the specifics, I'll probably cry. So, you know. But that does round up my favourite thing from this month, and I'm so happy and grateful to have been able to knit and make these things. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me as always. And if you did like the video, make sure to give it a like, because it helps more than you'd know, as it helps me, but also for you to tell YouTube that you liked this. But I'm going to ship these out, and I will see you all in my next video. Aw, he looks really cute on the camera, the colour of him.